What's up, brothers? David Lyon here, founder of Evolving Man. So I just had a conversation with a client of mine where something came up that I think is so universal for men who want to take charge of their lives and move towards something that is meaningful to them, that I want to share what came up. So this man shared that he goes through these periods of, highs of being super motivated and taking on a lot of things and being like, I'm going to change my life. And that lasts for a couple of days, and then he crashes and he goes back to all the behaviors that he doesn't like he's doing, like overeating and not sleeping well and binging on YouTube and so on and so forth. And I know this kind of back and forth so well myself, and I want to tell you what changed it for me. Because there is so much talk out there about, how self-discipline is important, and I so agree, but we misunderstand what self-discipline means in a way, because if you take on a challenge that is too big for you, you're gonna crash. And so the sign that the challenge that you took on was too big is that you cannot sustain doing it, right? So whatever change you want to bring into your life only makes sense if you're able to sustain it. If it's not just something that you're able to do for 3 days and then you stop doing it, because that doesn't have any real effect. The real effect comes if you bring some kind of change into your life and you're able to do it for a month or 2, and then you start seeing changes. And so when we go into this like up and down kind of thing, it gets super frustrating because first of all, we don't have the sense of self-efficiency, self-efficacy, like this kind of I am able to bring change into my life. We are not able to sustain it long enough to see real results. And also, it's exhausting to jump into these extremes all the time. So again, if you want to bring change into your life, then the challenge for you, and that's the real self-discipline, is to acknowledge where you are and what the next step is that you are actually able to sustain in your life. So if you feel super motivated and you're like, I'm gonna practice yoga every day now for 2 hours, and then ask yourself, okay, maybe I'll be able to do that today because I feel super motivated, but what would be an amount that I would be able to do even on a day where I don't feel like doing it at all? Because that's what you have to consider. You will not feel motivated every day. So what's the amount of challenge that you're able to master right now so that you can sustain it, so that you can actually have results in the long run? And this can be really humiliating because we all want to be further than we are. We all want to be able to take on bigger things. We all want to be more resilient than we are. We all want to see ourselves as better than we are. And as long as we are not willing to face, okay, but this is where I am at right now, the change that you bring in is not sustainable, okay? So if you try to bring change to your life and you feel super motivated, be realistic. Be realistic with the implementation and take a step that feels maybe a little bit edgy, but in a way where you're like, okay, even on an uncomfortable day, on a day where things don't go well, I will be able to do that. All right? Let me know if this resonates with you. Share it if you think more men should hear this. And as always, with Evolving Man, you're seen, you're loved, you're appreciated. Keep evolving, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.